Leave the situation for God to handle. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. When God created man, he knew his capability. God knew what things man could not do on his own. We need to let God take control of the situation. In Exodus chapter 14, God, with his own power, had rescued the entire nation of Israel from slavery in Egypt. The nation of Israel had indeed witnessed the power of God working through Moses, the servant of God, to the extent of Pharaoh, with his hardened heart, setting them free from slavery. But Pharaoh, even after releasing the children of Israel, didn't give up. The Bible says that the Lord had hardened the heart of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and made him, together with the soldiers, pursue the children of Israel. This nation of Israel was not new to the might and power of the Pharaoh. Therefore, when they looked behind and saw Pharaoh and his army drawing near, they were very afraid and cried out to the Lord. They looked at Moses, their leader, and asked him if really there were no graves in Egypt for him to bring them to die in the wilderness. But the good thing about Moses, the servant of God, is that he had walked with God for a long time and had learned to trust and depend on him alone whenever he was faced with a challenge. Moses looked at the children of Israel and said to them like this, "Do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace." Exodus chapter 14, verses 13 through 14. God always desires us to hold our peace, especially when we are faced with any challenge in life. Holding our peace is allowing God to take over the situation that is before us. But, unfortunately, when a man is faced with tough situations before him, the first thing he does is to allow worry and fear to rule him. When Jesus was speaking to his disciples, he asked them this important question: "Which of you, by worrying, can add 1 cubit to his stature?" Matthew chapter 6, verse 27. This shows, however much we take our time and energy worrying, it's useless. That no matter how you choose to worry about any situation in life, that will not change anything concerning the situation. Therefore, what should one do when facing a difficult situation in life? Jesus Christ taught his disciples to consider the lives of the ravens, that the ravens neither sow nor reap. They neither have storehouse nor barn, and yet God feeds them. Jesus wanted his disciples to realize that we are one of his creations that have already found rest in him. That is, the ravens don't need to work very hard sowing seed nor building storehouses and barns. That so long as they consider God as their creator and sustainer, they live one day at a time, having faith that they will have enough for each day. That we should also consider the life of the lilies, which are wild flowers, that they do not make clothes for themselves. Yet God clothes them and makes them beautiful, more than Solomon's clothes, yet they will just wither and die. Jesus Christ continued to teach his disciples that they should never seek what they should eat, or what they should drink, nor have an anxious mind. For all these things the nations of the world seek after, and God, who is our Father, knows that we need these things. Luke chapter 12, verses 29 through 30. Jesus was trying to open up their minds to realize that they have a Father in heaven who cares about them, that God already knows what we need even before we ask. But someone may ask, if God knows what we need, why doesn't he just go on and provide for us everything that we need? God needs us to develop a relationship with him.